Hi guys, I'm gonna review a video called 23 Habits That Will Quickly Ruin Your Life.
Here are 23 habits that will help you ruin your life. Number 1, be dirty. It's important to be just a little bit grimy throughout the day. Not enough that most people can tell, but just enough that you can tell. Being just a little bit greasy will subtly affect your confidence and overall willingness to attack the day. Number 2, stay seated. Sit down for the majority of the day, and if you have a job where you must sit down, make no effort to limber up.
Nobody must do anything. You feel like you need to do that because you have been manipulated, you're enslaved. Do you have to do it? No, of course you don't. You can choose. You just don't get that you can. That's what I do most days. I sit or lay around most of the day, just like humans in nature. You can even watch some nature documentaries, not that it really represents the actual natural life, but from all the reports, that's what it says. That's what we can see. The women anyway, they sit and lay basically the whole day, whereas the men do go hunt also, not every day, but whenever they need food, and they love to do it, but it's also not for very long. It's not stressful unless you're a super bad hunter. If you're weak, then that may be true. Or if you're not intelligent enough to hunt, then you may need to use more of your physique, your actual body below the neck to do it, not your brain. But even then, most of the day, they just lay around.
Or stretch out at any point. This will give you tight, short.
Yeah, if you sit like that, that's abnormal, obviously. Why would you do that in nature? It makes no sense. Yeah, you don't need to sit like that.
Muscles and put pressure on your joints over time. This will lead to you feeling worse more often, which is perfect. Number 3, drink Starbucks daily. Why spend $36.75 on an AeroPress or $19 on a cheap coffee maker from Amazon when you could spend $6.75?
No, it's about consuming seed water in general. That's why it will ruin your life. You're drinking toxic seed water.
For one grande PSL. Tell yourself, what's a few bucks? Ignoring the fact that there are 365 days in every single year and that 675 times 365 is 2,463.75. Ignore basic math all year and then complain that you have no money left to buy a Christmas present for your only son. He's starving. Number 4, wait for motivation. Never utilize simple principles like
motivation is biochemical, except if you actually get manipulated, talked into doing something, you will have the motivation to do whatever you naturally want to do. And if you're biochemically healthy, as in hormonally, then you will just do what you want to do. Nobody needs to motivate you to do what you want to do.
Momentum, or the instant dopamine hit of completing a small task. Make sure to wait for the far more elusive, unprompted motivation spike that you think probably might exist and might hit you magically when you most need it. Don't happen 2 things, wait for things to happen. Number 5, compare yourself to images on a screen. Consuming pictures and videos of impossibly hot, unspeakably rich, and permanently happy people on a daily basis.
He should have said, eat grain sludge, noodles.
Will help you feel inadequate. Do this as much as you can. Look how happy everyone is. Get it through your head that the goal in life is to get to a place where you're happy 100% of the time, like those people on your phone. Number 6, believe people are looking at you. It's important to remain as self-conscious as possible. Maintain the idea that people are fixated on you as much as you are on yourself. When you're out in public, shoulder check constantly to see if someone you know might be looking at you. But if they see you dressed like this, you didn't shower, your fingernails are dirty. Fear bumping into anybody you might know. Number 8, use filler words and raise your inflection at the end of each sentence.
Yeah, so I left the store, and then after I left the store, I went to Starbucks.
This will help you seem less intelligent and less confident. Make things that aren't questions sound like questions. Be lazy with your speech. Don't think before you speak. And just kind of let the movements of your brain dribble out of your mouth.
Have a nice day, sir.
Number 9, only consume nonfiction. Believe that there is nothing to learn from myth, poetry, fantasy, or any story that didn't really happen. Read only biographies of entrepreneurs whose bank account you envy. Keep your imagination.
Hey, those are all fantasy books in the library. How would you know if any of that is true. You're just reading stories from other people.
Imagination in check, and then wonder why you have no new ideas and why your world lacks color. Number 10, search for meaning on the internet. Ignore the fact that the cure to boredom, meaninglessness, and loneliness is usually not found somewhere on your phone, but by putting it down, so keep looking. You'll find it eventually, right? The final YouTube short that's so good you'll stop watching.
Okay, this guy is pretty funny.
You just have to keep looking. Number 11, play with your wiener too much. Spend all your time and energy playing with your wiener. Ignore the fact that playing with your wiener is usually much more fulfilling when genuine human connection is involved. Just stay in your house and keep your wiener a secret. Don't share your wiener. Number 12, subscribe to things that add zero value to your life. Maybe I'll need this one day. Makes a lot of sense for a spare tire. So why not apply that same logic to a Paramount Plus subscription, Uber Eats Plus, X Premium? Why even use an app if you're not using the premium version? Why live a non-premium life? What are you, poor? Step 12.5. Don't subscribe to things that do add incredible value to your life, like a gym membership, which will make you stronger and...
No, it will make you more adapted to the gym. So you will be better at doing bench press. Yeah, which is meaningless. It's more useless than anything that you named so far.
healthier, or an app.
Healthier. So you will be healthier by having a shorter lifespan. By having more stress. Okay, so stress is healthy. Yeah.
That will save you time and boost your productivity. Number 13, stay up to date on GPUs. It's important to be locked in on cutting-edge tech and be quick to pre-order anything you can. Slurp up all of that corporate gobbledygook, because getting 15 more frames per second on Cyberpunk will make you happier.
Oh my god, man. This guy is hilarious. This is so true. This is so dumb to do it.
Number 14, focus on getting things instead of being somebody. Focus all your energy on getting things. A nice car, the perfect body, a luxury watch, instead of fostering virtue. Try to buy approval and the admiration of others. Number 15, reject your own love. Number 16, assume your opinion is not welcome. Automatically assume that whatever it is you have to say has been heard before, and people just don't want to hear it from you because you're dumb. You sound unintelligent. Enter every interaction with this assumption, and you'll subconsciously give people the vibe that you're unsure of yourself, and they will treat you worse because of this. Number 17, assume your opinion is welcome. Never learn to read the room. Always feel as if though you have to say something intelligent or impressive. Help people solve problems they didn't ask for help on. Offer sagely advice to people dealing with deeply personal matters that you have nothing to do with. Once you get in the habit of doing this...
Oh man, this reminds me... There was a guy who always tried to sound intelligent. I don't know what was up with him. Whenever somebody said something intelligent, not really, but informative, let's say that you would say that there's real vitamin A in liver and that there's only pigments in carrots, right? It's the fake vitamin A, but most people don't get this. If you would say that to him, then he would say, oh, there's real vitamin A in liver, oh yeah? No, he would just repeat exactly what you said, but with a different tone. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? Maybe you also experience it. So he never actually had any of his own thoughts. He would just repeat what you said to sound intelligent. Again, not really intelligent. It's just how people define intelligence today. Really, it has nothing to do with it. But informative, let's just say. He acted like he's informed. Yeah, really weird. Kind of similar, not really, but yeah, it reminds me of that.
Notice how people will start to share less and less when they're around you, and that's great. Number 18, don't participate in the wave. When something fun and spontaneous is happening and it makes you feel a little uncomfortable, freeze. Lock yourself down.
He's a good actor. His face expressions.
Don't be seen as somebody who might look a little goofy. Don't do anything you didn't calculate for. If it wasn't part of the plan, you are under no...
I can just imagine how they filmed this, how they were supposed to act like they're dancing, having fun, and then he's standing there by the wall, looking like that. They probably laughed themselves to death when they watched it after.
Obligation to do it. Make that very clear. Be as unadaptable as possible. Number 19, don't pick up your dog's poop. Never pick up your canine's fecal matter. Never return grocery carts back to the grocery cart area. Regularly fail tests of basic social decency. If there's no immediate social reward for doing the right thing...
Why would you do that? There's somebody whose job is to collect the cards, right?
Why do it? Number 20, have a high consumption to production ratio. Gradually move the needle further and further towards consumption. Consume far more than you produce, and make sure to...
Well, that's all that people do today, even in these productive day in the life videos, which I have reviewed. They also just work out, which he also promotes for whatever reason, just brainwashed. They drink their coffee, they go for a run, they just also do nothing all day long. What does that have to do with producing something? Or they read some stupid book, just some opinions and stories from other people. Not that you can't get anything out of it, it can be food for thought, but most books are garbage today anyway. You would produce something if you would produce children in the first place. That's the most productive thing a human being or any animal can do. Arguably also if you hunt down an animal and you provide your family with food, I guess that you could somewhat call that being productive, but really at the end of the day you need to produce something, and what we naturally want to produce are children. It's what makes us happy, and most people don't seem to do that today, in the West anyway.
Add as much friction as possible in the way of doing anything creative.
That's the reason, by the way, why you're so obsessed with these productive days, why you all the time want to feel as if you're doing something. It's because you know that you're really doing nothing.
Or productive. Make it hard and inconvenient to pick up a cat.
He also, that's his dog, right? It's not only for the video. So there you go. That's kind of how people live today. It's miserable.
Camera or learn an instrument. And make it as easy as possible.
Camera, instrument, yeah, as a hobby here and there, but what the fuck does it matter? Play with your children. Yeah, having a dog is not really that much fun.
Number 21, expect perfection. Never assume that things will go wrong. Plan your trip without accounting for bad traffic, and then get rattled when you inevitably get stuck in it. Expect a smooth ride in all your endeavors. Be ignorant of Murphy's Law, because when all failure is a surprise, then all hardship is catastrophic. Number 22, ignore basic financial principles in order to get rich quick. Why pay off your credit card that's charging you 20% interest when you could use that payment money to hit one parlay and it'd all be paid off and then some? Throw money at things that could potentially win you big, while ignoring factors that are actually draining your money every single day. Confuse basic risk management with actual gambling. Number 23, never take risks. Ignore the fact that risk is all around you, no matter what you do. Try to curate a perfectly predictable...
You would take risks when there's a need, when you feel like there's no other way to survive. A risk in nature could oftentimes be deadly or could harm you really badly. If you feel like you need to jump over the gap, the cliff from one side to the other, because an animal is coming to you and the animal can jump over, then you take the risk because otherwise you die. That kind of stuff. But otherwise, in this stupid system that we live in today, what's the point of any risks? We already live where we could live very comfortably. We don't today. Most people don't. They stress themselves for no reason.
And pain-free existence, where return on investment is 100% guaranteed. Never work to put yourself in a position to handle risks. Just don't take them at all. And
this slave food is the reason why this guy has dark eye circles.
Expect things to work out. Avoid risks so regularly for so long that your risk tolerance becomes non-existent.
Oh my god. Eating the bread, the grain sludge looking through the window is funny.
Then you'll become fearful of any action whose outcome you cannot guarantee. So do these 23 habits, and this will help you ruin your life. You're welcome.
Actually, some of the stuff he mentioned really would improve your life, although most would not. Some of the points were also pretty vague. There's no need for these social constructs and believing that this is right, this is wrong, these stupid social man-made situations in this society based on fake rules, morals. It's all garbage. Just fuck all of that. Just do what you want to do. Don't do what you don't want to do. Live like that. He's funny. That's why the video was still good. But mostly he was just talking about everything that's seen as normal in our society. And then when you go against that, you're seen as abnormal. What the fuck does it matter? Then you're just basing your life on what people think about you. What kind of a life is that? You should just do what you want to do. You're a natural human being, at least I hope. You can argue about some people today, but at the core, we are. It's just all kind of suppressed. And that's why you just exactly do what you want to do. You follow your intuition. You don't live counterintuitively, which is kind of what he promotes. Going to the gym is one example. If you don't feel like going to the gym, which you pretty much never will, then you just don't do it. If anything, you want to do something, do some calisthenics outside in the sun, like 10 minutes, twice a week, if you really feel like it. You don't fucking want to go to some dark building and lift metal for an hour 4 times a week. Nobody fucking wants to do that. Overall, this is all just about conforming, being seen as normal, which is abnormal because everything is upside down. That's really what this video was about. Otherwise, why would you feel uncomfortable in certain situations? You're just biochemically ill. What you need to do is start eating naturally, start eating raw meat for the most part. And when you crave something sweet, eat some fruits, eat a lot of animal fat, base your diet on organs, seafood. You will feel very different. Your hormones will be different. And then you will react differently in all of these situations anyway. There's some point to this video. You can learn something from it. But overall, the way you should live your life is based on what you want to do yourself. And the only way that you can even know and understand anything is by firstly changing the food that you eat, because it will change you so significantly biochemically, and then you will feel different. And whatever situations you're in, you're just gonna fucking laugh at these stupid social constructs. Whether you want to do it or don't want to do it, you won't give a fuck anyway, because you won't even care what the people think about you. It will just all become irrelevant. These kind of self-help videos, or however you would categorize this, are for people who are lost, who are biochemically sick, who don't even understand what life is about. They don't know what to do, what they shouldn't do. They're completely mentally somewhere else, not in this reality. Thanks for watching.